Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to another Mad Hatter review. It's me, the Mad Hatter. All right, so end of the year, and because it's the end of the year, and I'm a hack, I got to do a top 10, top 20, whatever, just like everybody else. I was thinking, though, somebody did mention, they were like, somebody had linked me, or a few people linked me, like there's like a toy award thing, and I was thinking it would be funny. Maybe, I don't know if I have time to do this, but maybe like a Flip or Frank, either top 10 or Flip or Frank awards or something like that. So if this video gets enough likes, I don't know, let's pick an arbitrary number like 400. Maybe I'll do like another video, but a Flip or Frank, not me, Flip or Frank. All right. By the way, thank you everybody for supporting the channel. I can't believe how much we grew in like the last year. You know, we haven't been doing this for a long time. I think since, I don't know, like 2020 is when this channel like started off. I started doing stupid Funkos, and then I got a hold of myself and I was like, wait a minute, you've been collecting action figures all your life. Start doing those figure reviews. And then I started, and I don't know, it's been exponential growth since then. And I'm just very excited. I'm very thankful. Okay, I don't want to get all sentimental, but but thank you very much for supporting this little channel. As you know, there's not a lot of like production value that goes into the reviews. I don't know, I feel like I've been saving that for like the videos and the music videos and the sketches and things like that. But I have a blast just doing these reviews and just talking to everybody. Hopefully, what I'd like to do is get more like on a regulated live stream to give people, I don't know, I was going to say give people their money's worth, but just have some fun. All right, I'm fucking babbling here. Let's go. So I'm going to do a top 20, and I have some special mentions. So let's go into this right now and start with the special mentions, okay? These guys, these special mentions, I got 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. They didn't make the cut for whatever reason. But let's go, well, some of them have a reason. So first special mention is Demona. Demona from the Gargoyles line by NECA. This one didn't make the cut because of the wings. The wings, as long as those wings are a thing, I just can't put that into like a top 10, top 20. I'm sorry. But it is a beautiful figure. The figure itself is beautiful. Next one is Super 7 Muckman. This narrowly missed the list. This was in the beginning of the year. Maybe that's what it was. But I love this figure. It's gigantic. It reminds me of like everything I loved about the 90s. And it's a hot figure. Next one is Mummy Michelangelo. This is another one that almost made the list just right there. But you know what? I think what it was is because ultimately it was like a variant of like the regular Michelangelo, just with, you know, some different tooling. Not to minimize it, but maybe that's why it didn't do it. The fourth one on the special mentions is Sergeant Slaughter by G.I. Joe Classified. I think the thing with this is I was so Sergeant Slaughtered out by the time it came out that, you know, they had like the WWE figure. They had a Motu Sergeant Slaughter, they had Valaverse Sergeant Slaughters, and then this one came last, and I think it's probably the best one, but I just put it on here. And then lastly is the Mafex Symbiote Spider-Man. I own this figure. By the way, all of these figures on this list I own, okay? So I didn't just pull this out of nowhere. These are figures that I've paid money for. This is very, very subjective, okay? So you know, if you don't like this, or if you think my list sucks, you know, you could just tell me it sucks, or maybe don't tell me it sucks. That's kind of gonna hurt my feelings. But yeah, so going back to this Symbiote Spider-Man from Mafex, I love this figure. I think the reason why it didn't make the list is because ultimately it's a repainted Spider-Man from the other Mafex Spider-Mans. Okay, so without further ado. Well, let's go into the top. I have a top 20. Before we do that, I do want to spotlight Galactus, okay? I have this Galactus. I have not opened it yet, but I've seen my buddy's Galactus. It's fucking amazing. But it almost feels like unfair that that's like a figure. It's because it's deluxe. It comes with a bunch of figures. I mean, even if you're judging it on its own, forget all the stuff that it comes with. It's just like, it's a playset at this point. It's like a vehicle or playset. So I didn't know where to put it on the list. Like I can't in good consciousness not have this be in the top three because it's so well done. Like they're never going to make a better Galactus than that. Nobody's going to make a better Galactus than that. So it's like definitive, but I just didn't know where to put it. So I guess I don't know where that goes. Special mention Galactus. Galactus, fucking amazing figure. We always knew it was going to be, but anyway, let's get into the top 20. So number 20, and by the way, I didn't do reviews for all these, even in my special mentions. Like I never got around to reviewing like the Mayfix Symbiote Spider-Man. It was just a time thing. So if you're going like you haven't done a review on that, I still might do a review on these, but I have not had the time as of yet. Okay, so number 20 is this might be new to some people, but this is the Cesare female combatant, the Bernice Cesare female combatant, but actually any of the female combatants from Cesare. These are female gladiators that are probably like the best sculpted female figures I've ever seen, okay? Just the sculpt, the articulation, the detail, the paint. They can't keep these things in stock. I remember I saw the prototype for these a while ago because I have the gladiator guys, and I was like, those things look so good. And then when I saw it in hand, it did not disappoint. I'm still going to do a review. Actually, I have her right here. It's this one right here. I'm going to still do a review, I think, of her. I got this from LA Comic Con, but there's a whole wave of these, and they are amazing. And Cesare is the company. So that's number 20. Number 19 is Scratch from Super 7. I got this guy, and immediately I got nostalgia, but it was like nostalgia for something I never owned, because I never owned that Scratch. It's an expensive figure, the original Playmate Scratch, if you do or you don't know. I never had it, but when I saw it, I don't know, I just felt like it was so well done. It was so well sculpted. It was such a perfect update to the old version. It came with amazing stuff, bag of money and the little jailbird and all that. And I love that figure. Next up, so if you are not into Action Force, the Valaverse Action Force figures, don't sleep on that, because these are, I was going to say the next best thing to G.I. Joe Classified. They're, I think, just as good as G.I. Joe Classified. G.I. Joe Classified, they have the advantage of having nostalgia because they're making characters that you know. These guys, Action Force, they're doing like military figures, but it's like their own IP. So I had two Valaverse figures on here because I don't know technically which one came out this year. The two that I have on there are the Scarab action figure and this Trigger action figure. If the Scarab came out this year, that's the one that's on the list, because I army built that guy. I have like 4 of those guys because they're so fucking cool. But that Trigger guy looks amazing too. He's like a character right out of like a movie. He's like the fucking dude who's chewing gum and he's like snipering people. And they came out so well that I had to spotlight this, because Action Force is just making such cool shit. Again, it's been my new obsession that has been creeping up. So that was number 29, 18. Okay, so number 17. It's another Super 7 one. It is Monkeyin the Mutant from the Thundercats, okay? I opened this guy, and I was immediately taken aback. I just thought this was so cool. Last year, my top 10, my top 20, my number 1 was Slithe. And the Thundercat sculpts, some of them are really, really good. It's very hit or miss line, I think, but this Monkeyin is hot. His accessories are cool. Comes with a shield with the golden monkey on it. I love it. Very, very, very cool. Moving on, number 16. This is probably one of the bigger NECA shelf warmers that are out there, but I love this thing, so that's not going to influence my vote. Number 16 is the TMNT Cartoon NECA Cartoon TMNT Neutrinos 3-pack. When this 3-pack came out, I was blown away. All right, these guys are just so vivid. They're so colorful. They pop right out of the cartoon. I've been waiting for Neutrinos for a long time, and these guys did not disappoint. I love the paint. I love the expressions. I kind of want cars now. For the neutrinos, I know that that's probably a long shot, but very, very solid 3-pack. I love how they scale with the turtles. They're small, but they're adorable and they're awesome. So number 16 is the neutrinos. Number 15. This was a new acquire for me, and it's probably the only not 1/12 scale thing on here, which is why I was even debating putting it on there. But I'm like, if I don't put this on here, where does it go? Okay, because I don't collect Hot Toys. I don't collect any of that. But I got to give this to the Mondo She-Ra action figure by Mondo. I already said Mondo. I said Mondo twice, okay? This thing is beautiful. And there's never going to be, I don't think, a better looking She-Ra than this figure. It's, if you see it in person, fucking person, just see it, see videos on it, see pictures on it. It's just gorgeous. It's like probably as nice as like a statue. There are a few joint things that I don't like love on there, but it just looks so good, and I just can't see it being top. To me, it's like the ultimate She-Ra, so I have to put it on there, okay? Number 14 is the Ramen Toys Quicksilver. I have it up here. I love that thing. I'm begging Ramen Toys, please keep making this Silverhawks. This was the first time that Ramen Toys landed on my radar. I still have not gone around to reviewing the Monstar, but this Ramen Toys Quicksilver is it's just beautiful. It's everything that a Quicksilver should be. I love the finish. I love how you can just pose the wings. I love what they did where they gave you like separate wings in there. The Tallyhawk, it just looks awesome. And I don't know. I feel like it would be a shame if they didn't make more of that. Love that Quicksilver. Silverhawk, something that does not get a lot of love out there, but definitely a solid contender. Number 13, G.I. Joe Classified Crocmaster. I love this Crocmaster. I love that it comes with a big freaking alligator Fiona. I gotta track me another Fiona. I gotta track myself another. I gotta track down another Fiona because I gotta have him with the twofer. But I just love this figure. Okay, maybe it's because the Florida boy in me, but I saw this immediately. It just kind of like took me back to G.I. Joe. I've always loved this character, but I thought that they freaking nailed it. I love the belt with the Eye of Sauron on there. Great figure, great accessory. Crocmaster, got to put him over there. Number 12 is the Mezco Death Dealer. Now, this is a figure I have not reviewed, but I recently got it in, and holy shit, this thing is beautiful. This thing is a piece of art. Now, it was expensive. It's like a $150 figure. It's a mixed media, as Mezco does, but it is a gorgeous figure. It's got this chainmail, the texturing on there. I've always been a fan of like Frank Frazetta. Death Dealer does not disappoint. And the only thing now, so it's like I need to decide what kind of horse do I get. Maybe I get like a Mythic Legions horse. But this figure is so awesome. He comes with such awesome shit. Mezco does really good shit, okay? Customer service will be another video. But Mezco does amazing shit. And I had to put this on here. Number 12, Death Dealer. Number 11 is the Fury Toys Croca. So this is an independent company, third-party company that did this. His name is Crocker, but he basically is an action figure that can be Leatherhead or it could be Killer Croc. Why not both? Get two. I don't know. But I did a review of him. I think this guy is awesome. The paint on him is awesome. He just has such presence. He's so big and hulking, and he's sculpted so well. Just reminds me of something just right out of the swamp. And you can like smell this figure. I swear, like you hold it up, it's like it smells like the swamp. I love it. And this Fury Toys, there's another one of these like smaller companies is just rising up. They're just doing cool shit. So that's my number 11. All right, now we're getting into the top 10. It's getting fucking serious here. It's been serious, but here we go. So, number 10. Number 10 is Slash and Slash, okay? What I mean by that is I couldn't decide. So I put in the Super 7 Slash, and I put in the Archie Comics NECA Slash. I love both these slash-eye. I don't know what you want to call it, but these things, I did a review on both of them, and they are just probably the best representations of a slash, but they're so equidistant for me. It's like, if you love the old Playmate slash, that Super 7 slash, I think, is just unbeatable. If you love like the Archie Comics look of slash, that one. So it's just, I had such a hard time picking, but you will not go wrong with any of these. Why not just get both? I just love how these came out. That is my number 10 slash. Okay, number 9. Number 9 is the Thundercats Mumra. This thing is amazing. It's everything I wanted in a Mumra. He's big, just tall, hulking, scary. He's the ultimate Mumra. I had a little issue with the head where the QC on the snakes were going the wrong way. Super 7 sent me one in a week, and I don't know. I love this figure. I just love how he towers over everybody. For bonus points, you always want to pose him next to the little mummy Mumra, because then you can kind of get that transformation happening, and that's how I have him displayed, and he looks hot. So number, what was that? Number 9 is, with a bullet, is Mumra. Number 8. Number 8 is a Mythic Legions figure. I don't think it's a surprise when I say what it is. Mythic Legions Headless Horseman. Holy shit, this guy came out of nowhere. They were just like, hey guys, anybody want a Headless Horseman? And then everybody just lost $150 just right there. Just like that. Like fucking Thanos. So I saw this. Again, I'm not super in on Mythic Legions, not because of quality or anything, just because I got to pick and choose. By the way, I typically go for things that are tied to like IP, that are tied to my childhood. So kudos to the figures that are on this list that have no tied to my child, because it just means that I just thought they were that fucking cool. But this Headless Horseman, it just came out of nowhere for me, galloping into my life, and I'm so happy that I bought this thing. It's Figura Obscura is the subline. It's Mythic Legions, 4 Horsemen legendary sculptors, but they do amazing shit. This was no exception. The horse is awesome. The Headless Horseman is awesome. The pumpkin is it's a beautiful figure, and the aftermarket, by the way, is not that crazy on it. It's like $200, I think. You'll pay $50 more than it was. Totally worth it. I just can't see that being beaten. That was number 8. Number 7 is the Fury Toys Not Leo, aka Spring. Yes, it is a another third party action figure, but yeah, I got to give it to them. Third party coming out hot. This thing, I think, is a beautiful action figure. The only thing about it is the scale is very controversial. To me, that's not an issue because all my scales are off. I mean, like, I have Master Universe Origin stuff. I have NECA stuff, Super 7 stuff. They don't fit with each other, so I just separate them. I separate the scales. If you're looking at it on its own thing, it's beautiful. The paint is amazing. The helmet is amazing. It's such an eye-catching little figure, and I'm all in on the next ones that they do, because these guys are again, third-party companies just coming out the gate. By the way, unlicensed. Okay, this is not a licensed figure, but fuck it. Okay, I'm not beholden by any rules. Okay, I'm just telling you the ones that I like. Okay, number six, probably not a surprise to people that like this channel, but it is the NECA TMNT Mirage Casey Jones. I love this figure. I love it so much that it kind of started me on the road to just putting time into like making music videos. And I did one for this. I just thought it was so cool. This guy captured everything that was Casey Jones for me. Probably my favorite Casey Jones, and that's a high bar because there have been some awesome Casey Jones. I love the animated Casey Jones, movie Casey Jones. I'm just a Casey Jones guy. Everybody that knows me knows that. But yeah, I think this figure is phenomenal. I bought 2 of them, one unmasked, one masked. Maybe I'll buy a third. I don't know. But that is number 6. Okay, now we're getting into the top 5. And this was difficult to do. And there will be, I think, at least one surprise or two surprises here, because one of these I don't think I was able to, no, I don't think, I was not able to do a review on, but fuck it, let's just jump right in. Number 5 is the Secret of the Use VHS 4-pack TMNT. By the way, I'm looping this in to the Secret of the Use 2-packs too. They're essentially the same figures. The reason why this wasn't higher is because they are reusing a lot of parts. Okay, it's essentially the same body as the old movie figures, but it has obviously the Secret of the Use head and all that. But that's the only reason why it didn't bump up for me. But in terms of like the Secret of the Use representation, these are amazing. Okay, I'm still waiting for my VHS pack, by the way, and my accessory pack. I'll do a review of that, but I did a review of the 2-packs, and I love these things. Okay, if you are a fan of that movie, if you're a fan of TMNT, you got to get either the 4-pack or the 2-pack. Secret of the Use. Do not sleep on those. They are amazing, which is why they earned that number 5. Number 4. Number 4 is the G.I. Joe Classified Serpentor, a.k.a. Serpentor, a.k.a. I'm done making that joke. So this Serpentor is, when I held this thing in my hand, I felt like a little kid again. Okay, this is like just such an amazing, this is what G.I. Joe Classified is all about. It's taking the old stuff and modernizing it, and they did such a good job on this. The sculpt on the figure looks great. I love the switch outs where you can turn the head. I love the staff. I love the sled. I love the everything. Everything about it, I think, is just amazing. It is a winner, and that is why it is the number 4 G.I. Joe Classified Serpentor. Now we are in the top 3, which means that any one of these are winners. It's just like, now you're talking about like incremental, like why this got placed where. By the way, any of the stuff I mentioned to me are just winners, but it's hard making these lists sometimes. Number 3 is the TMNT NECA Armored Last Ronin. This figure just captured my imagination when I saw it. He's just right out of the comic book. He comes with just a slew of things. The sculpt is amazing. The goggles that you can put down, just the different swap outs and the head and all that. I have, just like many of you, kind of fallen in love with that Last Ronin storyline. And it's like one of those things where it's just like, I'm built on like a lot of nostalgia. That thing has not been around for a long time, but I feel like I've known it forever. And when I got that figure, I don't know. It just kind of like, it spoke to me. It's so eye-catching. Everybody that sees it is like, hey, what's going on with that guy? What's his story? And I love it. The Armored Last Ronin. The unarmored, by the way, nothing to sneeze at. But in terms of like my top 3 figures, the Armored Last Ronin gets the number 3. Number 2. Number 2 is going to surprise some people because I never did a video here. I didn't get to. Time caught up. I think this came out during Comic-Con, or at least for me. And I just got lost by the wayside. But I keep looking at this figure, and I think he's fucking amazing. He is from a company called Sentinel. And it is the Peter B. Parker Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse movies. Holy crap. If pictures do not do this guy justice, to me, he is the best representation of Spider-Man in action figure form. And I don't know if it's close. I'm sorry to say for everybody that loves, look, I love Mafex too, Marvel Legends. There's been so many different Spider-Mans, but just capturing the essence of Spider-Man, capturing the posability, capturing his kind of like personality, everything about it is just in this little action figure, okay? He's so fun to pose. You won't pose him once. You'll put him in a pose, you'll leave him there, and then 5 minutes later, you're going to want to pose him again. He's just so much fun, and this company knocked it out of the park. I don't have, no, actually, I have their Miles Morales, which is a great figure, but this Peter B. Parker, they just killed it with this thing. I should do a review. I'm probably just too late to the game. I don't know if anybody wants to see a Mad Hatter review of the Sentinel Spider-Man, but I love this thing, and again, to me, my favorite representation of a major character that I grew up with. So that is everything except number one. This one, to me, was actually the easiest one, because when I saw this figure way back when, I was like, I don't know what's going to beat this for me, because this kind of made me feel like a kid again. And let's go into it. Number one, drum roll, please. Maybe I'll put some effects in there. Is the NECA TMNT Usagi Yojimbo action figure. That's the number one. I got this figure and I just fell in love with it. Okay, it just completely took me back to my childhood. Completely took me back to the cartoon. Perfect representation of the cartoon. Simple but complex. Just love all the details on him. Love this character anyway, but they knocked it out of the park with this guy. How is there going to be a better Usagi Yojimbo in the animated style? I don't think there will be. And that was one that, yeah, I bought I bought 3 of them. I love that figure. I love him in all his different forms, with the hat, with the ears, with the whole thing. So number one, Usagi Yojimbo. And that's it. That is my top 20. Did I have any? I was going to do some vehicle stuff, but there hasn't been any real vehicles. Not many that came out. But I did jot down just 3 of them that stood out to me for this year. And in no particular order, or maybe this is in particular order. Let's just go through vehicles real quick. Master Universe Origins Roton. All right. I got this in hand. I thought it was a great representation of the Roton. I liked it. It was smaller. I've always loved that vehicle, and this was no exception. Number 2 is from a company called D20, and it is this armored wolf that they did. And it comes in gray and it comes in white. I have the gray one. I did not do a review on him, but he looks amazing. He's like something out of Warcraft, and he goes great with Mythic Legions, with Master Universe, just any medieval 1/12 scale figure. Put him on there. You look like a badass. Immediately he gets badass points just by being on the wolf. And then my number 1, no surprise to anybody, was the Underground Arsenal Party Wagon. Okay, this is a third party, no pun intended, party wagon. And I love that thing. Okay, it's got headlights. It's big. I had my buddy Oscar do some animation lines. It pops. It's going to be a tough one to beat. So that's all like my vehicle stuff. And then I think that's it. I wrote some statues down too. I'll just mention them. My top 3 statues were the Sideshow Carnage statue, if you're a statue guy, the Tila by Tweeterhead, and then, of course, no surprise to anybody, the Sideshow Last Ronin. I don't own it, but I've seen it in person, and I think it's immaculate. So that's it. Top 20, plus special mentions, plus a few statues thrown in, plus some vehicles. And I am exhausted. Holy shit. It's a lot of work putting these lists together. A lot of great toys this year, a lot of money spent, and a lot of pre-orders that might be fulfilling next year. Very, very excited for a lot of things off the top of my head. Can't wait for the turtle layers. Can't wait for the Mirage turtles. Eternia is a long ways away, but you know, where the fuck am I going to put that anyway? And some of this other stuff. Can't wait to see more Action Force, more G.I. Joe Classified, Mythic Legions, Thundercats. Holy crap, there's so much stuff. But that is it. That is my top 20. Again, if I get a few likes, or I get enough likes, maybe if I have time, I'll do like a Flipper Frank version of this. A very short one, by the way. It's I don't want to burn out the bit. But that is all. If I don't talk to you guys before the new year, have a blessed new year. Have a happy new year. Thank you for supporting the Mad Hatter channel. This fucking fast-growing channel that's we're just picking up steam. 2023, no different. Who knows what's going to come out? Who knows what we're going to do in 2023? Who knows what videos we're going to make? Who knows what music videos we're going to make? It's going to be fucking crazy. It's going to be wild. But that is all. Top 20 lists in the bag. Comment, subscribe, drop me a like. Mad Hatter out. Bye.